Ross is the worst
Obviously,
character.
he was my least favorite as well.
One on Friends.
Okay.
And then Rachel. Rachel is so
she's annoying.
whiny and annoying.
She is annoying. She's annoying. I think my two...
Absolutely, there's no other option.
Again, nothing about that surprises me.
Phoebe and Joey,
and then
top tier.
Chandler was my favorite, actually. He
Phoebe
was my
and
favorite. Chandler was my favorite.
Then Joey, then Monica.
Monica was also annoying.
Then Rachel, and then Ross. But like it goes Rachel, and then it's like Ross, like under the table.
Ross and then Ross.
Ross and then Ross. Ross under the table. Bottom of the barrel. Ugh, he's the worst.
Okay, the character, not the actor.
I said Ross. I don't know David.
No, but you know how humans in our human space,
but you're right,
confuse the character and the actor.
If I were to meet David Schwimmer, I'd be like,
ugh, exactly.
So
and
annoying.
you actually know nothing about him as a person.
Because
this used to be a thing in Nigeria where like there's this woman, Patience Ozokwo, who was very big in Nigerian movies, but she was always like the wicked mother-in-law.
And now it became her persona.
It became her whole thing, and she'd go out and people would be like rude to her. They'd yell at her. They'd cuss at her.
That's mean.
And there was this woman who was usually the husband snatcher in Nigerian movies. I can't remember her name now. And she went to the market this one time and they actually threw things at her. Get your own husband. Stop stealing people's husbands. Meanwhile, Homegirl is happily married. But because of the character she played...
But this does happen. People get too invested, too involved.
You have to separate the actor from the character.
That's true. You should.
And with that, welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it.
Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it. I will continue to do a jingle until we find one we're happy with.
All right. I mean, Cass, stop playing with the mic. I'm sorry.
I'm not allowed to touch things.
Fidgeter.
I am a fidgeter. When I go to a restaurant, by the end of it, like the napkin is in pieces.
She'll like turn the ketchup. You'll pick you and Dami actually are the same people.
Worse if there's a candle on the thing, because I will burn everything I can. Yeah, guaranteed.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Welcome to Leave Me Alone. I'm working on it.
Leave me alone. I'm working on it. That was like very, what's the, I can't just, the words aren't there. Never mind.
Your expression.
But I stand.
But it's my expression every time, because you, what are you doing? Trying to find us a jingle?
I'm just like, I'm going to continue the pursuit of a jingle until we land at one.
Okay. Today's not the one. Keep working at it.
That was
it'll come. It'll
brutal, honestly. But it's okay.
It'll come.
All right.
Anyway, so I'm Aura, by the way.
I'm Cassie J.
Always forget to say that. And I want to tell a story.
I love a story.
And it's a story from one of my procedurals.
Your procedurals. You know, Aura is obsessed with all things law and order, all things, anything procedural. Law,
whether it's
cops,
law,
medical, fire, all of the Chicagos. Just Dick Wolf. Dick Wolf, this is your biggest fan.
Actually,
this is your biggest fan.
Because anyone who knows me knows I'm obsessed with them.
Yeah.
I watch them all. Like she said, Law and Order, all of the Law and Orders, SVU, Organized Crime, the OG Law and Order, the entire Chicago universe. Actually, you're right. Dick Wolf's entire universe, his entire world of story.
It's what I done said.
Me.
It's you.
So much so that there's Law and Order night in my house now.
Yeah, every Sunday at 9:00. Law and Order night at
whatever you're
Dami and Ori's
doing,
house.
you stop it and you come veg out on the couch and we wait for Captain Benson to arrive on screen. Mm-hmm. And then when she's done, we move to Stabler at Organized Crime. And then the one we don't really like is the OG Law and Order. Sorry.
Feedback is a gift, Dick Wolf. Feedback is a gift.
It's okay. No, it's not the longest running one. SVU is the longest running one because the OG one, they took a break. They stopped for like 10 years.
Okay.
And only just came back. So SVU is celebrating 25 years. 25 years you've had this show on TV. Isn't that wild? That means for 25 years you've had good ratings.
Yeah.
Sure.
But SVU is very good though.
Anyway, so one of the ones that I watch is called Blue Bloods. and it's. Do you know this one?
Never even heard of it.
It's about a police commissioner and his entire family of cops. Like all of
Okay.
his kids are either cops or in law enforcement
Oh
or
wow!
whatever.
So it's like a family
So
business.
that's why it's
at
blue
this
bloods.
point.
Like they are blue.
Got it.
They are.
Their blood is blue.
Yeah, the blood is blue.
Got
Exactly.
it.
And he's
What city are they in?
New York.
New York.
Are you gonna sing every?
The whole day.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
She hasn't even had a cookie yet.
And she hasn't had a
I
cookie
haven't had a
yet.
cookie yet. I had
Have you had anything sugar
I've
today?
had zero. I've eaten nothing today. I've had this glass of water.
Like I said, you arrived caffeinated.
Yeah.
Didn't need any extra help. Okay, so telling
You
the
are
story
my
about.
caffeine.
Oh, okay. Nah, girl.
Do you know, it's just impossible to compliment Ori. Like, it's impossible. Like, it is impossible. Like I said, I'm going to give you your flowers. You can take them. I don't actually care.
Can I tell my story?
Sorry, tell your story. Sorry, tell your story.
Okay, so Blue Bloods. If you haven't watched it, you should watch Blue Bloods. It's really good. It's Tom Selleck. You know Tom Selleck, don't you?
I do know Tom
Exactly.
Selleck.
There you go. Hold on. It's
He's
Tom
Monica's
Selleck.
boyfriend.
Yes,
Yes.
he is
In France.
And Mark Wahlberg's brother is
Someone Wahlberg.
Something Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg, isn't it? Anyway, so it's this family of cops and everything. So this particular episode in a recent season, actually the current season, this one of our female cop leads, Janko, walks into the precinct. Is it Michael?
Yeah.
That's on Blue Bloods?
No, wait, Donnie.
Donnie, yeah, Donnie.
No, Michael.
I don't even know why you challenged Ori. Because this is her life.
I was fact checking.
She knows all the things.
Doubting me.
She
Me
knows,
too, doubting me behind the camera.
She knows all the things.
Thank you for the fact check. I appreciate it.
Hilarious.
This story does not want to be told.
No. It's impossible. It's impossible. Because I also have a fun Mark Wahlberg fact, but I'm holding myself
Tell
back.
the story. Okay.
Chaos.
You can see the chaos.
Chaos.
Anyway, so Janko walks into the precinct.
Wait, who's Janko?
Ayo.
No, genuine question. She's someone. She's a female cop. That's all I know.
She's a female cop who's married to one of the police
Oh, to
commissioners.
Johnny Wahlberg.
No.
Okay.
What is happening? You know when you're like, let me tell the story quick and easy. We in, we out. And then you have Cassandra as the audience. And now she's... And me too. They're fact checking me. This one's double clicking. This one wants to know the character history.
I'm laughing so hard. Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. Okay, I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's start
I
again.
think that's wise.
Okay, Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods.
You're there.
I'm there.
You know what it is.
It's a show about cops in New York, and it's a family situation because all of the people in the family are cops in New York.
Okay. Now, Janko is a female cop.
Yeah.
She's married to a member of this family.
Got it.
That's all you need to know.
Got it.
So she walks into the precinct one day, and there's a woman who's been arrested and is in holding, waiting to be transported to prison. And the woman calls to her and says, please, I need help. And she's in tears and she looks disheveled, like it's a whole thing going on. So Janko walks up to her and is like, yeah, hi. And she goes, I need help, please.
Yeah.
I was raped last night. And Janko's already like, "Oh, what? And then she goes, by a cop at the police station.
No.
So when she was brought into holding, she was raped in holding by another police officer. Maybe the one who brought her in. I don't know.
That's terrible.
Now, what you need to know about Janko is she's a warrior for justice. Like, she doesn't care
She's
what it
also
costs
on the
her.
outside. You married into the
She
family.
married into the family, yes.
But that's a dynamic all on its own.
She gets a lot of shit for it. I'm not gonna lie. People,
Shoo.
anyway. So Janko is like, okay, knowing full well what needs to happen for this to be a case that's taken up, she's like, okay, we're gonna do this, and she just jumps into action. So she takes this girl and takes her to the hospital and is like, we need to get a rape kit now because it already happened a couple hours ago.
Yeah.
We need to get it now. And her captain is not at the station yet. So she tells nobody. She just goes into.
I think she did the right thing.
I think so too. So she gets us to go to the hospital. They do a rape kit. And then she immediately files a report with IAB, which is their internal affairs.
Internal affairs.
Yeah.
I know that. I learned that from Orion.
So she files a report, a complaint against the officer. Doesn't speak to anyone, doesn't say anything, just gets the ball
Is the officer
rolling.
in the family?
No.
Oh, that goodness. It just would have been so hard.
I know, the officer's not in the family. So then, obviously, when you say something to IAB, they will eventually
investigate.
Exactly. So the cop now knows, and obviously her captain has now been informed that someone under you has filed a complaint that this happened. So the captain arrives. She's mad. You went over my head. You didn't tell me. The cop arrives. You didn't even ask me if it was true. Like, obviously, and if you know anything about that world, there aren't that very many women,
of course,
in there, and not very many that are highly placed.
Yeah.
So it's more like a boys' club, really, like the truest of boys' clubs. So now everyone is against Janko. Be like, you didn't even ask him if he did it. She could be lying. You are a snitch. You are this. You are that. And they're so upset with her. So upset. So much so that she gets to work the next morning and they put a dead rat in her locker.
Childish.
I know.
Childish.
And she opens it. Anyway, Janko should be used to it. It's not the first time.
Children.
It's not the first time. So she opens it. She sees it. She's like, and she slams it shut.
Yeah.
And right as that's happening, her captain walks in, and her captain's a woman. And her captain says to her, "What's in your locker?" She goes, "Oh, nothing." Are they bullying you? "Oh, no, everything's fine. Do you want me to file a complaint?" "No, it's all good. It's all good." And her captain says to her, "I was upset with you because you didn't tell me. Why didn't you tell me?" And Janko's quiet. And the captain's like, "Did you think that I would cover it up as well? Did you think I wouldn't support you in this?" And Janko's quiet. And she says to Janko, "We're going to take this thing all the way up to the top. We are going to pursue this investigation. And you are going to file a complaint about that rat that's in your locker." And she said one of my favorite things to ever come out of daytime television: boys are not the only ones who can have a club.
Amen.
She was like, "I will support you in this thing. We are going to get together. We are going to do it together." It was like the purest moment of women supporting women. And honestly, I was just like, yes.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it 1000%. Because I feel like Janko did the right thing. And
she 1000% did the right thing.
There's processes. She should go to the captain first.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Know.
No,
but like,
I would have done it the same way.
We need to get this thing moving.
To get it moving.
You know,
we need to do the rape kit. We need to do all this stuff. It makes sense. Yeah.
I think that her captain is right. Boys are not the only ones who can have a club. And it got me thinking. It got me thinking about another of my favorite shows, because now I've watched this thing on television and I'm just like, shoo. But then it got me thinking about about 44 million people's favorite shows, Game of Thrones.
Oh my gosh. Game of freaking Thrones.
Because
that thing is
Cersei
amazing.
wanted to be Queen Bee so bad that she was willing, she didn't care whose blood she needed to spill.
You know?
And the way she treated Sansa.
It was bad.
I'm just like...
It was bad.
Do you know why it was bad? It was even worse for me. It's like, if anyone understood what Sansa was going through, it was Cersei. Because the exact same thing was done to her. She was married off to this man.
And Cersei, it's your son that is the perpetrator of a lot of Sansa's turmoil. Like, it's you. Oh gosh.
Like the same thing was done to you. So you know how hard it is. You know how broken you feel. You know how violated you feel.
Yeah.
And you just, like, an opportunity for you to just use some of, just an amount of that
kindness,
power. Right? Just a little bit of that power to just, and we're not even saying that you needed to, like, make Sansa queen or get her to, like, just some kindness. Just stop the violence from happening. And you chose not to because you were too busy fighting wars that nobody had invited you to anyway.
I think what's so interesting about this as well is if I go back to the Janko and the Captain story, because I'm also hearing the story and I'm marinating in it. By the way, excellent job on getting through the story. Well done.
Finally,
Took a
it
journey.
only took five tries, but I got there.
But you got there. But now that I'm sitting in the story and I'm marinating in it, like one of the things that occurs to me is that Janko, no, her captain asked her an important question. Like, did you not think that I would?
Yeah.
Did you not think that I would show up for you? And it's sad for me to think that automatically we don't see women as the immediate support for us in a room.
But can you blame us though?
No, I don't blame
Okay.
us. I'm saying that it's sad that that's the reality. It's sad that you're not the first thing that comes to my mind to be like, let me engage the tribe.
Yeah.
Like, let me go and find them. This is the help I need. This is what we need to get done. That needs to become the norm.
Yeah. I bitched about Medium before, right? Because I only get to read half stories now. Because Medium, I need to upgrade. Anyway, this woman was saying that she had formed a tribe with some other women in corporate.
Yeah.
And they get together and they support each other and they uplift each other and whatever. And she knew this other woman who she worked with, and she was just like, this is so good. This has been so helpful for me. I want to share the love. So she invited her to come join like their hangout or whatever. And the woman was like, oh, no, thanks. And she was like, which was okay. You don't have to want to come. But what she said next is what rocked her. She was like, I don't really do the women thing. I don't blame her, because oftentimes the women thing can rock you.
It can rock you.
Instead of being a community where we support each other, now we are competing. Now we're talking shit about each other behind our backs. Now we are like we say we're coming together to build
and to support,
but what we do is we tear people down, especially if you choose not to toe the line.
It's so difficult, and like this is something that I feel very personally and very deeply. Like, also have been in a situation where there's been a woman in the workplace who, like, if we could have just gotten it together, the things we would have done, like how far we would have gone, the projects we would have delivered on so beautifully and so excellently. But there's now this sense of competition, and again, it's not being explained. I don't really know what the source of the tension is, but now it's difficult and we can't move forward. Now, beyond that, what it does is it reinforces this idea at work that our women can't work together.
Yeah.
You know, women can't get it together.
The woman is my competition.
Woman is my competition, you know, when ultimately what we should do is be looking out for each other and be uplifting each other when we have the opportunity to do so.
I think part of the problem.
Yeah. Sorry, before you go, but I completely understand not wanting to be a part of it.
Because you're not sure what you're not sure what
you're not sure what you're getting. You're not sure what the intentions are. You're not sure. It's I get it. I
think part of the problem, I saw this reel on Instagram, was this woman was saying that part of the problem is, yes, women do want to support each other, but like the opportunities are so few and so limited. So now you feel like you need to beat out the other woman to get the opportunity. And if we are friends, that I can't. So I'd rather not engage because I need because there aren't that many opportunities. So the ones that are there, like, we are fighting for the limited roles. But I think that for me, if we treat it, because we keep talking about the boys club, but what they do, and the reason why it's so hard to break into it is because they've bonded. Like they support each other. They may not do it the way we do it, where we think we have to sit and kumbaya and braid each other's hair, but they do support each other. They will recommend each other for things. My man, like before they think of you, they've thought of 5, 6, 7, 8 other men that they would recommend for a position.
100%.
And that's why it's hard to break through. But if we treated this idea of starting a girls' club as like a political party. Where we know that the end goal is we want to win.
Yeah.
So you choose the best candidate for the job, and we rally around that candidate, and we push, and we speak loudly. Like, you make yourself loud and big enough that they can't ignore you. They must hear you.
Yeah.
And you rally support for that one candidate, knowing full well that as a party, if the candidate wins, the
We
party
all
has
win.
won.
So this is exactly what I was going to say, because what you touched on this idea of where the opportunities are so few, and because they're so few, we want to do this thing, because I also trust that the intention is always good.
Yeah.
I don't like to believe that people have ill intentions straight off the bat. Like I don't like that thinking. If I think about the world like that, I know. But if I think about the world like that, I get sad. But I like to believe that in the moment, people aren't waking up every day to be like, I'm gonna, beat this person or whatever.
Some people are, girl.
Okay, fine. The world is awful. We need to work on it.
I'm gonna need to remove those rose-colored glasses.
Look, it's not necessarily that the rose-colored glasses are on, but like I just don't like to go into a situation assuming the
Yes,
worst.
yeah.
We're prepared for it, but I'm not going to assume that it's the worst. But this thing that you've touched on, it is also a scarcity way of thinking.
Yeah, it is.
It is a limited way of thinking, and it doesn't make sense, because here's the thing: if I rise, one of the things that should be in my mind is, who am I bringing up with me? Because I just need to bring one. And if I bring one, and then they bring one, and then they bring one, and then they bring one, by the time we've done it, like everybody,
it filters down.
It filters down, and the impact is going to be so strong. So I love your idea of a political party, because it's challenging that scarcity mindset. It's not that the end goal is that there will be space for all of us, but it must start with one.
It must start with one. And if we are all so busy if we are all operating off the notion that the one must be me, then we're all fighting for this one role. There's only one role.
Yeah.
And now you've fought each other, you've been catty, you spread
Yeah.
rumors, you've pulled all kinds of stunts. So now
horrible.
you guys can't agree on anything. You're not friends. You don't even like the other person. So when you get there, the one thing you're going to make sure is that she doesn't rise. Because this one has stabbed you in the back, has kicked you out, you were down, has all of these things. So now you're like, nah.
I'm out.
And then it will never
It's
filter
always gonna
down.
collapse. And so I think what you're describing also is that there needs to be a strong foundation.
Yes.
And that foundation needs to be there so that when we rise, it's built on something.
That's
it's
why I'm
built
saying
on something solid.
think of it like a political party.
Yeah.
Like the end, we need to, like, it's big picture thinking. The end goal is not so that I, can be CEO and be like, I have arrived, you know, and be proud about it. No, the end goal is that we want to lift
There's space
everyone.
for
There's space for
everyone.
everyone at every single level, like at the very top, mid-level, there's space for everyone. There's opportunities for everyone to ascend. But for that to happen, you even need the one first. Let one person even go. Let one person win. It's only, in elections, it's not 5 people that win. It's one person.
It's one person.
But the truth of the matter is, it's not
one
actually a person that wins. It's the party.
team, yeah.
It's the team, because you can't do it by
That
yourself.
person can't do it by themselves. And sure, yeah, sorry. It's all sitting
And that brings me to my other point is in our quest for, I feel like a lot of women, when we talk about women supporting women, or we talk about things like, because this is not a new idea, this girls club thing, it's not a new idea.
It's not a new idea. It's just, why has it not taken off?
It's not a new idea. But when we say things like this, and we tend to go into fight mode, war mode. We tend to think that we tend to interpret it as an us versus them, which, to be fair, political parties are us versus them, right? It's two
When
different
you say
teams.
us versus them, you mean like
women,
men and
women,
women.
yes. We tend to think of it that we must alienate the men together, but that's not how you take power. You can't take power from the powers that be by alienating them. They will shut you down so quickly.
So quickly. They're already in control.
They're in control. What you need is the buy-in
of them.
So when you are rallying for support, we think we need to just rally other women for support, but you also need to rally the boys club for support.
100%.
You need to get into those spaces. You need to that's what I'm saying, make yourself as big and as loud and as good. Make yourself so good they cannot
can't say
ignore
no.
you.
Yeah.
Like that's where this thing about networking comes into play.
Yeah.
Like we think that if we just play in our small space, our women, like our small women's league, do the women's thing at the office where we just go to lunch, or you just have a girl that you can bitch about. Like, it's beyond that. If you want to win this election, and I keep going back to the election thing.
It's a good analogy.
It's the clearest one for me.
It's a good analogy. It's
like,
a good
you
analogy.
need to leverage every single.
I think the question then becomes, though, Aurea, is that like in the pursuit of, and I think, if I'm honest, I think this is one of the reasons why it hasn't worked, is that like in the pursuit of trying to make sure that you, in the pursuit of trying to bring everyone up and also garner the support of the opposing team, you know, the men's club, how do you stay true to yourself? How do you not lose yourself? Because the issue with the boys club is that you have to be a certain way to get in. You have to be a certain way to find yourself in the rooms where the conversations are happening. And oftentimes it's not the kind, well, for me at least, it's not the space that I don't even want to be there. I don't even want to engage there.
Yeah.
So how do you stay true to yourself? And how do you then, because infiltrate for good. I don't know how else to say that, because I think so for me, in thinking about the boys club, the one thing I've thought to myself is like, because I've gone on the journey of trying to break in, but then I look at myself and I don't like what I see.
Yeah.
And so then I'm like, actually, I've got no interest. I've got no desire. A good friend of mine as well, she said this, like, I've got no desire to be part of the boys club.
Yeah.
Like, we need to create different clubs, different economies, different inclusive spaces, so that the conversation can be different.
It's this thing you're saying is, have you seen Phoebe Dino? I can't pronounce her name. This hun from Bridgerton, Daphne, yeah. She's got this film called Fair Play. Have you seen it?
No, I don't know.
Didn't we watch this together?
Is this the one where she gets the job?
We did watch this together.
I don't remember what things are called.
Yes,
Is
that
this one
one.
where she gets the job and her boyfriend doesn't?
Yes, that one. Do you remember?
Wild movie.
Do you remember what happened to her when she got the promotion and now had to play in the boys club?
Yeah.
And now she had to go. She was going out late. She was going to the
all
strippers club. She was doing drugs. She was trying so hard to fit in.
To prove a point. I
think that the best.
She was excellent in that, though.
I think she's really good.
She did so good.
She's very good.
Yeah.
I think the point here is, and all we saw was her by her lonesome. We didn't see any women around her.
Zero.
We didn't see that she had a support system, or that she had a community, or that she had a tribe. I think that's what will keep you grounded. If you find yourself in that space, and you are trying to, make connections, network, leverage the opportunity that you have. I think that's what will help keep you grounded. It's like, girl, you are here for a reason. I need you to focus. I need you to keep it together. Like, you're not here to be part of the club.
If we unpack Fair Play, because I don't remember there, even because she works in investment banking.
Was there even another woman there?
Was there even another woman in the space?
But that's the thing. It doesn't have to be a woman in the same company as you.
You
just need a community of women who work in a similar workplace, who work in corporate, who work in film, who will understand when you say to them, this is what's happening, or this is what
They get it.
They get it. So they can give you either good advice, or they can just be there to support you through it.
Yeah.
We didn't see that for her. She was all by her lonesome.
At
all. We didn't see it. So,
and what we did see was her pushing her mother away at every
but her mother was also a lot. Her mother was more about the marriage.
No,
her mother was like, let's have a party. Let's have an engagement party.
The marriage. But like, her mom was like, but everything you're saying about keeping a secret, I don't understand. Why is it a secret? Why are we doing this? Why are you doing it this way? Like, you're getting married. It's something that we should celebrate. Like, her mom was being a mom. And like, sometimes your mom can be also a part of your tribe.
Yes.
And her mom was asking her the questions, and she was not engaging as well. So to your point about like engaging your tribe and making sure you stay grounded, like, I think that's important as well.
I think the last thing that I want to call about this thing, because us women supporting women people, we talk a big game, hey? We always have.
We do. No, it's
but
true.
we need to be doing the doings.
You need to be doing the damn thing.
You need to be doing the things. And part of that means that we also need to be ready. Like you need to prepare. You need to brush up your skills. Because when it's time for it to filter down, it's not going to filter down to you just because of your gender.
Just because of your gender.
It needs to filter down to you because you are also qualified.
Absolutely.
Like you are the right person.
No doubt in anyone's mind that you are the right person.
That one.
Let them say that, oh, you're a diversity hire. Let them say that you're a gender hire.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's fine. But if on paper, it's the results are there, the skills are there,
exactly.
and
It
then you
needs to
deliver, you're gonna shut them up so quickly. You
need to be
You're
ready.
gonna shut them up.
You need to be ready with your
babes,
skills. You need to be ready mentally.
Be
you need to
ready.
get your house in order. Whatever needs to happen, make it happen
Yeah.
now before the power comes to you, before the buck comes to you. Because
And you're like,
I wasn't ready. I wasn't prepped. And then it passes you by. It'll be nobody's fault but your own.
Yeah.
Mentally, you need to be ready because what's that thing about the crown on the head that's uneasy?
Yes,
Uneasy
heavy is
life,
the head that wears the
there you go.
crown.
So you need to also be ready. And I feel like that's pretty much what we do or what we are doing. Like Cass and I are. And what we talk about on Leave Me Alone, I'm working on it. Shoo, English.
Leave me alone.
It's basically what we talk about every single episode. It's how we're getting better, whether it's in our minds, whether it's mentally, how we're trying to work through things and prepare ourselves for where we want to go.
And what we want to achieve.
And what we want to achieve
and I
in
think
life.
the key part of that is recognizing that we're not going to get there alone.
Yeah, exactly. I was literally
We're
about to say
not
that.
going to get there alone. Like I'm not going. Like the goals and the dreams that I have for my life are so big.
You can't get there
and
by
they're
yourself.
So exciting. But I'm not gonna. Honestly, I'm not gonna get there without the likes of the Auras in my world, without the likes of the Terrys in my world. It's not gonna happen. You know. And so, the point on the tribe,
the point on the tribe,
the point on your people, as well.
We
is so
are
important.
working on ourselves, not just so that we can support and build our own dreams, but so that we can support and build other
Each
women
other.
up as well. Each other, we can all be there for each other. There's a quote that I don't know who it's by. There's a quote that says that behind every great woman is a tribe of women who have her back.
100%.
And for me, I'm like, I want to be the great woman, but more importantly, I want to be part of the tribe that pushed her.
I want to be,
Imagine you're part of the tribe that pushes the
You wanna
first
be
female
part
president
of
for your
something.
country, that pushes the first, I don't know, whatever in whatever field. Like you want to be part of that tribe. So if that sounds like something you want to be, if you want to be part of a tribe of women who are really just doing everything to support each other and grow and
figuring it out, like we'll fall together, we'll
we'll make
together.
the mistakes together, we'll cry together. I mean, I can't promise that there'll be any hair braiding or any kumbaya singing.
I promise to sing. I'll sing all the time.
This one sings all the time.
All
It's
the
true.
time.
It's true. But if that sounds like something that you'd like to do, you want to be supported, but you also want to support and you want to feel like you belong to a tribe. Welcome to the tribe.
Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the tribe.
Welcome to the tribe.
IWOI.
Oh, yeah, we are wearing that.
It's
cute, isn't it?
It's so cute. It's
But
so cute.
we hope that that's what this every time you spend with us, we hope that that's what it translates to. Like it translates to you not just having a good laugh, but feeling supported, feeling like
feel like you're part of something.
you're part of something. Like someone is speaking what you want to say, or someone is going through what you're going through, and you're like, yeah, girl, me too.
Even me.
We hope that that's the experience that you have. And if it is the experience, come and share with us on social media, on
wanna
Instagram,
hear
on
about
TikTok, on YouTube. Also come like, subscribe, comment on Spotify, on Apple. We would love to hear from the tribe.
From the tribe every single time.
That's so exciting though.
It's cool.
It is cool. Okay.
Okay. Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Hey, thanks for listening. Please don't forget to like and subscribe anywhere and everywhere you find your podcasts. You can also watch and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, love you. Bye.